great speakers, and we have a new version of our meeting. We will have an interactive part where you can go ahead and share your thoughts and have meaningful conversations, and then change how do you think and how your club do the things. So before start the meeting, we will talk a little bit about something that we need to think is that remember that your club has to be registered in interactive quarantine in the platform. If your club is not registered, you can go ahead and scan the QR code and register your club, or go to our website at interactivequarantine.org. Your club can sign up for a 20 meeting for September if you text Belen from Paraguay, who is the amazing interactor who manage the 20 meetings where you can meet another Interact club in other country. You can text Belen, or you can send us an email at interactivequarantine.org. Remember, join our next meeting September 5th, and you can schedule a presentation to your Rotary Club or your Interact Club or your Rotary Club about what is interactive quarantine. We are doing the training seminars. We have a session every second and fourth Saturday. The next one will be August 22. So August is the membership and club development month. So we have a little guide for your Interact clubs with advices how to increase membership and retain current members. So that being said, I'm not gonna take that much time, and we will start our meeting. We will have amazing speakers today who are gonna share their experiences in membership. How do you get more members? How do you retain current ones? Depending if you're a community-based Interact club or school-based Interact club. We will have people from Argentina, Guatemala, Honduras, and South Africa. So I'm gonna turn this over to Belen.
For the first speaker, we're gonna have our Nenalotti from Argentina. She's from Interact Club Posadas Norte, and she will present us how her club increased her members. Go ahead, Arne, the floor is yours.
I'm gonna share screen. Tell me if you can see. So welcome and good morning to everybody, wherever you are. Hope you are safe and having a great day. As Belen said, I'm Ornella. I'm from Interact Club Posadas Norte in Argentina. And as you know, August is the month of membership and development of the club. So let's start. Okay, in this quarantine, my club grew up a lot. We were 33 members, and now we are 62. Today, I will help you with these questions. How we got this and how you can get it too. And the most important is how can you increase the number of members and keep the new people engaged with the club. This is my opinion, so if you don't think as me, it's okay too. The first step is to make an announcement that you are looking for new people using your social media. That is one of the main reasons that you have to be active. Because if you make an announcement, but you are not active, who is gonna see it? No one. A strategy can be questions in the flyer as, do you wanna make new friends, meet new people, do you wanna help your community, something like this. The second is very important. Don't just tell them what Rotary, Rotaract, or Interact is, because for some people that can be bored and not interesting. Mix the relevant information of Rotary and the motion, how Rotary makes you feel, why is it important to you, why Rotary for all of us is like a family. This third step is very important, because due to this, you can keep the new people engaged with the club. Guide the new people in order to find their role in the club. For that reason, the committees exist. Paul Harris had an idea, and they take into account that in a big world, there are different tastes, different skills, and with all of them, a club can be worked efficiently and smartly. If someone doesn't have the sense of belonging, they are not going to be engaged with the club. And final suggestions. Expose everything in your social media. Use it as marketing. A good idea can be challenges, and ask your members why Rotary is important to them and show it. Second, choose people that are engaged with the club for the talk. Someone that knows how to transmit the emotions. Being honest is the best way if you want to see people wanting to see themselves reflected on you. Show the Rotary's basis, the friendship, the people smiling, the projects. If you are in quarantine, you can use platforms as Zoom, as my club, but if you are not, you can go to the schools or your community bases. Then be understanding. It's not easy for some people to find a role. Help them, ask them why are they here, and also ask them about their skills, what role they can have in the club. You have to know them, and then you are going to have an activist members, making them feel valued. And always remember that quality is more important than quantity. Pay attention to your members. If you have a lot of people, but just one of them are working, and pay attention twice about what is happening in your club. And something that I didn't write, but it's important too, is accept the fact that not everybody is going to be engaged with the club as you. And that's okay, because there are different people and have different priorities, and it's fine, don't worry about it. That happens in all the clubs. And finally, always remember that you are a big family and you aim to make a difference in your community. If you have that clear since the beginning, all the problems can be solved. So that's all I think. Does anyone have a question? If you have, I'm gonna see it in the chat. Okay.
Thank you so much, Orne. I think you guys have done an amazing job. So if you guys have any questions, you can either go ahead and raise your hand and we will give you the word. You can type it in your chat, or you can respectfully unmute yourself and ask Ornella the questions that you. Awesome. Do we have any questions for her? No, if we don't, we will go ahead and thanks Ornella for your wonderful presentation. It was really helpful. We can learn a lot from your experience. Now we will pass over to our second speaker, who is from South Africa. We love those girls. We love them so much. They are two Interact club that got together to do this presentation. They are in the same district, but two different Interact clubs. They are Kelly Blake and Christine Greek. Okay, awesome. Christine, you're welcome to share your screen now.
There we go. Okay, so first off, I want to apologize for my green screen. If you see that my teeth are blue, they aren't. It's just technical difficulties. So yeah, thank you, Annie, for introducing Christine and I. We are both part of school-based Interact clubs, and that's the most popular Interact club form in South Africa. And we are very similar to community-based clubs, but there are sometimes differences. So yeah, I'm Kelly Blake, and I'm from the Wynberg Girls High School Interact Club in Cape Town, South Africa. I've been part of the club for 5 years, and I'm currently serving as the president of the club.
I am Christine Gregg. I'm also the president of my club. I'm at the Parklands College Interact Club. I've been part of Interact for 4 years, and it's been great seeing how we've had a lot of members join over the years. And like mentioned, we are both from the beautiful city of Cape Town, South Africa.
So first off, the ways that we have found have increased our membership in our school clubs is the following points. We like to check up on our members to make sure that they are coping, that they feel comfortable and happy in the club. And yeah, I think it's really important to build a good environment in the Interact Club because it makes people want to join and stay there. We also like to have projects that interest the clubs. So we will regularly do surveys and suggestion sessions where we welcome them to give them their ideas so that we can do what they want to, and that they feel involved with the decision-making process, which is really important. We also, the wow factor is extremely important because you need to make sure that your projects are of high quality and that you organize them well as a president and as a Interact committee, because people aren't going to want to come to your projects if they're disorganized and if things aren't planned properly. So make sure that you do have that wow factor.
And just linking to that wow factor, having regular projects really keeps your members engaged, and it attracts new members as well as keeps your original members part of the club. Because we're a school-based, or both of us are part of school-based Interact clubs, there's often not enough time to do everything that we'd want to do to support the community. So that's why it's a good idea to promote projects that are happening in other community-based Interact clubs and just other general initiatives and projects that are going on in your area. And then also to build relationships with your club members and really reach out to them and show that you care. Just having that connection helps retain and gain membership. So now we come to the question, are our clubs united, in the sense that are all the Parklands College Interact Club members, do we feel connected, and are all the members of the Weinberg Girls Interact Club united and connected?
Yes, so obviously this is one of the differences with a school-based Interact club. You definitely have different groups of people because of the different grades and ages. So in my club, we like to make sure that all of those in the same grade get to know each other well enough and they become friends so that they can become sort of a support group for each other inside the Interact club. And the fact that we have different grades also really helps the senior girls and the junior girls, because the seniors are allowed to almost mentor the juniors and help them through the high school process as well as Interact. So that's a really cool part about being in a school-based Interact club. You've got that mentoring situation, and you also, there's a lot of sustainability because you always have people coming to the school, and therefore if your seniors are inspiring your juniors, that makes people want to carry on doing Interact, which is really important. So I said yes, we have lost members, and obviously it's because of the pandemic largely. This pandemic has brought a lot of weird things into our lives, and it's definitely made things very, very different. So many of our members aren't able to help in the same way that they used to be able to. And some of them need help themselves, so they can't give that to other people at the moment. So yeah, the pandemic has caused people to leave our club, but I know for a fact it's not because they wanted to, it's just that they didn't have the ability to carry on during this time.
Our club is quite the opposite. So students at our school who have in the past not really shown much interest in Interact have now realized just how fortunate we are in comparison to other people who have been severely affected by the pandemic. So in essence, the pandemic has actually made more learners join our club, which has been really, really awesome. So this is just a little summary of what we spoke about on ways to increase membership.
And the fact that you're in a school helps a lot, because you can, like, one of the ways that we also, another way that we increase our membership is we make sure that people in Interact, the members in Interact, go to their friends and invite their friends and tell them what it is, even if they only come for one Interact meeting to just see what it's like. That's really important to get that network. And I think that's a nice thing about the school, because you have about 1,000 people all in the same building. Obviously not now with COVID, but you've got that large network of people, and word can spread. So make sure that you put posters around the school, that you put messages out, that you make announcements in your assemblies. So yeah, that's really, really important.
That's all from us, and we hope you enjoyed it and took something away from our presentation.
Thank you so much, Christine and Kelly. We love the feedback that you have being a school-based Interact Club, which is totally different than a community-based Interact Club. So we will be taking questions for Kelly and Christine. If you have any questions, please raise your hand or write it in the chat, or you can either unmute yourself and ask the questions that you have for them. So we will wait a couple of minutes and see if we have any questions for there. We have one question in the chat, and it is, how far are your schools from each other?
Our schools are about 30 minutes away from each other. I wonder if Sean could actually elaborate on that. He might know the answer better than Christine and I. But we're not, it will take quite a while for me to go to Christine's school or for Christine to come to my school.
Awesome. Do we have any more questions for them? Yes. Christy?
Hi. My question is, you two are from separate schools, right? And now I'm asking, is your Interact Club, is it together? Do you collide the schools, and is it one group, or is it two, split into two? Do you have your own? Are there others at your school? How do you promote yours apart from the others?
So we are two separate Interact clubs. My club is completely separate to Kelly's. And I think Kelly and I promote our clubs roughly the same way. For us, we promote ourselves on social media, and like Kelly mentioned, during assemblies and putting posters around the school. Yeah, Kelly, is there anything that your club does?
Yeah, it's actually quite cool because Christine and I met through RIQ. That's how we knew each other, and we just thought that would be nice to do the presentation together because we're from the same country and we both have school-based clubs. But are you from Namibia or South Africa?
Namibia, but also from South Africa, so both.
Yeah, so I can hear.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the clubs work, but with us, with my Rotary Club, they have 8 schools that they sponsor. So another way is that, like, we try and get the word out and get more people to come to our projects is to connect with the other schools that our Rotary Club sponsors. So we make sure that I will get to know the presidents of the other schools so that we can collaborate on different projects together.
Is your question, you have a good answer? Do you have any more questions about that?
I understand it more because I'm new and I'm trying to start one here in my small town. So thank you for your inspiration and your collaboration.
You're very welcome. If we don't have any more questions for Kelly and Christine, we are gonna move on to our next speaker, who are...
There's one question.
Yes?
Emiliano.
Emiliano?
Yeah, hello. So as you said, you have lost members because of the pandemic. I want to ask, how will you do to have more members, or get them back if you can? I mean, how can you do it? I don't know if you said it earlier. I apologize for that, but I want to know what you will do to have more members since you lost many of them.
That's a really good question, and it is something that I have spoken about, because I know some presidents might look at losing members and think like, oh, why are they leaving? That's so horrible. But at the end of the day, sometimes people leave because they need the help themselves, that kind of help. So I think it's really important to just be understanding of their situation and the fact that they just don't have the ability to help out now. And I think it's on an individual basis, but I do think that once this period is over and things are a bit better for everybody, that if they're very passionate about service, that they will come back. But me personally, as a president, I've taken the decision to not, be like, oh, you're coming back to Interact, because it's just important to be understanding of people's situations at the moment financially.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's great. I mean, well, I know that people leave, and my club happens the same, and we are very insisting for asking them to come back to the group. You still have the age, you can recover everything, but at the end of the day, as you said, we have to be understandable about each person's situation.
Yeah, so, and even like as an Interact Club, our ship has focused a bit. We were doing a food drive for a very well-known organization, and then we had to think like, can we help them, or should we rather start helping the people in our own school who are struggling with food at home? And then we actually went with helping the people in our very close community with that. So yeah.
We actually, in my city, we don't have like schools. It's like for everybody. So we try to make an organization for it, where we can, I don't know, choose a friend. I choose a friend for me, and I said to him, let's get into this meeting, and you will like it, and then he joins to interact. That's the way we do in this situation right now currently, to have more members. But yeah, it depends on the kind of situation they are living nowadays or whatever. But thank you so much. That is such an advice for me. Thank you.
Well, that was a really meaningful conversation, and I think now we can have a better idea how to increase our membership and retain current ones in school-based Interact Club. Now we are gonna move on to community-based Interact Club, and we will have also two Interact Clubs who got together from the same district. They are two different Interact Clubs, but they are getting together to share with us how they get new members and retain current ones. So we have two amazing girls from Guatemala and Honduras, that they are from the same district, 4250. They are Abigail Gutierrez from Interact Club Santa Rosa de Copan, and Valeria Alarcón con Alejandra Palomo. That they will talk about membership in their club, community-based Interact Club. So you're welcome, girls, to start sharing your screen. Yes.
Okay. So hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great morning. Actually, we're going to present two projects that have helped us to recruit new members and to retain them. So as Annie said, we are from District 4250. My name is Abigail Gutierrez. I'm 17 years old. I belong to a school-based club. It's called the club Interact Club Austrian School of Guatemala City. So I'm from Guatemala. Currently, I am IDR, and you can see below my Interact Club Instagram.
My name is Valeria Larcón. I am 17 years old. I am from Interact Santa Rosa de Copan, Honduras. I am the actual president, and we are a community-based club also. And below you can see our Instagram.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alejandra Palomo. I am 17 years old. I'm also from Interact Club Santa Rosa de Copan. I'm the past president, and as our president said, we are a community-based club.
So it's a pleasure to represent my club and talk about our successful activity to recruit new members. We are one of the biggest clubs in our district. We have more than 60 members, and we recruit around 20 members a year. It's usually more, but it's just to give you an average. I think, well, this is due to our Interact camp. I think the easiest way to get new members is by suggesting new ones. That's why we tell the current members to suggest 1 or 2 people which are given an invitation to this camp weeks before it. So we stay a Friday after school, and we start by doing trainings for the new members, which are given by a Rotarian and a Rotaractor. They talk about Rotary and Interact, and this way the new members can get to know what this amazing organization does. We had an innovative idea to make Interact more eye-catching, which consists of making fun activities such as a rally, a fireplace, a litter party, and karaoke night. All these activities promote fellowship, leadership, and teamwork while we are having fun. And we also promote responsibility, because the next day of the camp, we have to clean everything up. You can see pictures of the camp right here. This project shows us how to successfully recruit new members and establish an interest in people. Personally, I can tell this is one of my favorite activities that I have done in my time in Interact, because it has given me the opportunity to feel part of this huge family. I challenge you to think outside the box and create ingenious projects to recruit new members. Now I let you with the other speakers.
Hello you all again. Hoping you are doing well during these times. It's a pleasure for us to represent our distinguished club, Interact Santa Rosa de Copan, and talk a bit about our successful mentorship program. You may be wondering, why do people stop attending frequently to the meetings, or why their interest just vanishes? Let me clarify, this is something that happens really often to the other clubs. When our club began in 2016, a year in which a group of friends decided to reestablish this community-based club, around 40 teenagers were interested in the first meeting. But as the days passed by, they stopped attending the meetings. And it was then when we realized that we were facing the common problem among the other clubs. So we create this program to retain our members and encourage new ones to join this charming family. That is what we nowadays call mentorship program. And it consists in the following steps.
So hello, everyone. I'm going to get a bit deeper into what our program does. So it starts by randomly pairing up a current member of our club with a new member. This way, the current member becomes a mentor and the new member becomes a mentee. The first thing they do together is an interview to get to know each other, where the mentor asks questions such as, why are you interested in our club? Or have you been part of our volunteering group before? The mentor also informs the new member about when their training sessions will start and everything of the upcoming sessions.
So then the new members are involved in work groups, which are created at the beginning of the year, with their mentor as a leader. By making this, they obtain leadership, organization, and proactivity skills. And while they are doing this, they start to create friendships with the current members.
Then every 2 weeks, our mentors and mentees get together normally in a cafe or something, but due to this pandemic, it's via Zoom. During these one-to-one sessions, they talk about their past few days in the club, what activities they've liked the most, and here the mentor also helps the new member to organize a new community service activity.
And finally, we have the feedback. Feedback is given to the new active member by his mentor. And like this, we introduce them to a whole new path of helping others.
Now, at the end of the Rotarian year, we choose the best M&M pair and give them a special award. This helps to motivate the whole club to give their best. This program has been very useful for our club during this quarantine as well, because at first, since we're a community-based club, most of the new members don't know the rest of the club. But after the first interview, they start feeling a warm welcome to our family. And even though we're not able to physically see each other, we're more connected than ever. In the past few years, we've definitely seen a huge change in our club's memberships, because they have not only increased every year, but also the members stay very active in the activities throughout the whole year. These programs helps both the new and current members of the club to both establish lifelong friendships and connect our community. The mentorship program is a key component that helps the rotary wheel rotate the best way possible. We hope these ideas are useful for your clubs, and maybe you could implement them as well during quarantine or when everything gets back to normal.
Awesome. You're awesome. That's so fun. I think an Interact camp is like a great way. I don't know. It's just awesome. So do we have any questions for them? If you have a question, you're welcome to type it in the chat or unmute yourself. Yes. Do we have a question? Is Ornella are you raising your hand? Okay, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, how many days were the camp? Like 2 days or one?
It's from Friday to Saturday morning, so it's
okay.
just one, if you can say so. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Do we have more questions? If you're gonna raise your hand, please do it with the Zoom mode so we can see, because we cannot see everybody in the screen. Oops. Do we have any more questions?
Yes, we have any.
Okay. So I'm seeing in the chat that Guilherme from Brazil asked if they can do that project in a small club. Like, can you implement that project in a small Interact club?
Which one? The camp?
I'm gonna guess so.
Yes, I think so. You can do everything, even if it's small or big. We do it because we have a big club, but I'm really sure you can do it with a small club. Just find maybe people who are willing to organize this camp and to participate in it.
Awesome.
We also have one, Alison Wells raised her hand, so.
Mine is not a question, mine is comments. As a district governor here in Wales, I think you have provided Rotary with solutions. I would love copies of your slides to include in a new membership evening that we're doing, because I think they're magnificent. And I think all of you should be congratulated, and that we need to come and listen to you more. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We also have another question in the chat, and it is if you accept people that want to join the club, but they are not in school, in your school.
Well, we don't accept people who are not in our school because our Rotarian advisor is our principal. So we have strict like policies, but and we have never tried to have members outside of school because we also have our meetings in school and everything, and we don't actually have many projects that big because we are in a school that it's very stressful, I can say. And yeah, that's why we don't accept people from other clubs because we work differently and we basically do everything in school. So yeah.
Awesome. So if we don't have any more questions, on to our very exciting activity where Rotary actors from different countries are here to help us. I really want to thank to all the Rotary actors that we have right now from South Africa, Venezuela, Germany, and Bosnia, who are volunteers today to help us. So we will have breakout sessions, and in your rooms, you will have a conversation with those questions. So you will talk about membership in your club. The Rotary actor is gonna be the one who will lead the conversation. And we will have 5 different rooms, one led by Tamara from Bosnia, the other from led by Carlos from Venezuela, Carla from Venezuela, and Daniel from Germany, and then Sean from South Africa. So the ones that put the SP in front of their names, they are gonna go to a Spanish room. You're saying that you cannot listen? Are you listening all right? Yes, no?
Yes.
I don't. Okay, awesome. So we will go ahead and start the breakout rooms where you will have the questions to answer. I am gonna start them now.